We are all familiar with the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," but how often do people draw conclusions about others just by how they look, or where they work, or what they are passionate about in life? If someone is a little higher on the social ladder, they feel they have the right to humiliate those below them. Such arrogance is unbecoming because nothing in life is static. Things can change in an instant, and karma has a way of setting things right. This story took place on the outskirts of London. A good-looking young man named William worked for a cleaning company that did office buildings. His company received an order to clean the office where Amanda worked. When William laid eyes on Amanda, he fell in love with her, but Amanda just gave him a condescending glance and kept on walking. She was accustomed to such attention and had no interest in an office cleaner. William thought for a long time about how he could attract her attention. One day, on his way to the office, he walked out of his way in order to buy a flower for Amanda. When he saw her, he gave her the flower. She accepted the modest gift with a small smile, but immediately threw it into the trash as soon as she rounded the corner. However, William did not give up hope. One day, he complimented her, then he dared to invite her out to dinner. Amanda looked at him with such disdain that he began to feel uncomfortable, but his determination did not fade and he continued to pursue her. The next day, William brought some desserts with him and invited Amanda to eat them with him. She was appalled and told him directly that he would need to clean up his act if he intended to even talk to her. She threatened that if he did not stop following her, she would tell her father, who was the owner of the company, and would have him fired. Of course, these words upset William, so after work he went to the pub and got drunk. Sitting in a corner table by himself, he reflected on how poor he was and that a guy like him would never get a woman like Amanda. In his despair, he decided to call his friend Felicia. Felicia arrived right away and found William in a very bad mood. She listened for a long time to him complain about his poverty and inability to please the woman he loved, and about how she rejected him just because he was a cleaner without even getting to know him. Felicia had known William for a long time and knew he was a wonderful guy. She tried to cheer him up by telling him that if Amanda only cared about appearances, then she did not deserve him. Then she gave William 3 pieces of advice. First, she advised him not to go looking for love because the best things in life happen when we least expect it. Second, she told William to choose someone who would appreciate him for who he is. And third, she said that actions speak louder than words. If William does meet such a person, he needs to act immediately. After this conversation, they went their separate ways. On his way home, William spotted Amanda's car on the side of the road with the hood open, and Amanda was standing next to it. It was clear her car had broken down. He went up to her and told her to get into the car so as not to freeze, and he would see what he could do to help. William quickly figured out what was wrong and easily repaired the car. After that, he hoped Amanda would at least be polite and take him the rest of the way home, but he was sadly mistaken. The girl drove away without even so much as a thank you, so he had to walk all the way home. The next day, Amanda invited all her co-workers out to a restaurant. William hoped for an invitation, but never received it. However, he did find out where they were going, and he went there anyway, taking a small table in the corner. Amanda drank a lot that night and was pretty drunk by the end of the evening, so she decided to go home. When she left, William noticed 2 tipsy guys following her out. This concerned him, so he went after them to make sure everything was okay. Outside, William heard Amanda scream. He followed the sound to find her on the ground with the men standing over her. William immediately rushed over. He was a strong man and easily drove away the hooligans. Amanda shouted at William that she needed to rest. She lived with her parents and was too embarrassed for them to see her drunk, so she demanded William to take her to his house and let her sleep there. He did so, allowing her to sleep in his bed while he slept on the couch. When Amanda woke up the next morning, she remembered everything that had happened the night before. She was embarrassed, not by her actions, but because she allowed a cleaner to take her to his house. She threw the blanket on the floor in disgust and left without even saying goodbye. However, as the day went on, she began to be haunted by thoughts about how fearlessly he protected her, how he brought her home without expectation, and slept on the couch like a gentleman. She realized she felt sorry for him and decided to give him a chance if he still wanted to court her. By this time, William's feelings for Amanda had cooled significantly. The next time she saw him, she asked how he was, and he only replied dryly that he was fine. Amanda then invited him out to a cafe that evening, but he said he wasn't available. At that moment, Felicia entered the building, hugged William, and whispered softly into his ear. William had finally realized how deceiving appearances can be. Behind Amanda's beauty was an unpleasant nature. She wrote William off before even getting to know him. Then, when she did realize how nice a guy he was, it was too late. And William, in turn, finally saw the one who had been there all along, the girl who was ready to rush to his aid at any moment just to be with him. William saw Felicia with new eyes and realized how beautiful she really was. What do you think? Should William have given Amanda another chance? Share your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed the story, click the like button, share the video with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon so as not to miss new videos.